Show. All the top tunes.
Hey, Mulligan.
What are you doing? I don't know.
We give them just what they get in the big house.
It's the Joey and Rory Show. This week's special guest, Danny Potter. This week's episode brought to you by Lyons Chevrolet in Lewisburg, Tennessee.
And now, she cooks the breakfast, but his songwriting brings home the bacon. Here they are, Joey and Rory!
Still a chance to rekindle our burned out romance. Well, you're a true blue die-hard country fan, so let me say it in a way that you'll understand. When George Strait's a rock star and wears tight leather pants, and Alan joins the boy band and all he does is dance. When Hank Jr.'s a preacher and his hell-raising days are through, just maybe, baby, I'll come back to you. Now I'm not saying there's no chance at all, but it don't take no crystal ball to see the chances mighty slim. Chris Gaines or me are coming back again. When Willie gives the weed up and cuts off all his hair, when George Jones finally says he needs his rocking chair, when Dolly gets a breast reduction down a size or two, then maybe, just maybe, baby, I'll come back to you. When Toby Keith burns the flag and buys a foreign car, Paisley takes the stage and forgets how to play guitar. When we sell 1 million copies of album number 2. Huh? We sold how many? Now I said maybe, yeah, maybe, baby, I'll come back to you. And maybe, just maybe, baby, I'll come back to you.
Y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back after a word from our wonderful sponsors.
This week's special guest, Danny Potter!
Hi, my name is Danny Potter. I was born in El Paso, Texas, and I fell in love with music when I was very young. My brother and I used to entertain the kids on the way to elementary school. We got the hit parade lyrics and we'd sing the songs and stuff, and so it's just been a love of mine for a long time. I played music right out of high school and had a couple of record deals. The first was in New York, the second was in LA, and I knew I didn't belong in either one of those places. And I moved to Nashville in 1983 and lived here for about 20 years, writing songs and doing some studio work and just honing the craft. We now live in Social Circle, Georgia, where we take care of my wife's parents. They're getting older, and they were of the born at home, want to stay their generation, so we're keeping them there as long as we can. And I'm still playing music at night every time I can. I play with a little band called Americana Express, and I play for church and some nursing homes, and music is just still the biggest part of my life, and it always will be. And as long as I'm breathing, I think I'll keep playing. Faith's always been a big part of my life, but as a young teenager, I wandered away a little bit, and God let me learn some lessons and live long enough to come back. And I know that every day my life is blessed, And I'm just grateful to be here. And when I go, I think, I hope I'm going to go to heaven. I think I will. But I don't know if it's going to necessarily be through the front gate. I've had honky-tonk angels sing me to sleep. I've rocked for ages with the devil in me. Hell-bent on high times, howling at the moon, till I opened up a drawer and I saw the light in a motel room. Then I found me a good book telling of a place surrounded by a high wall with a pearly white gate. I know the way I've been living won't get me in there, but if heaven's got a back door, I've still got a prayer. Like a wild dog running from a noise in the night, I was lost in the shadows of the neon lights, wild-eyed and crazy, hanging by a thread, till I heard about a man who could walk on the water and rise from the dead. Then I found me a good book telling of a place surrounded by a high wall with a pearly white gate. I know the way I've been living won't get me in there, but if heaven's got a back door, I've still got a prayer. I don't really have any answers, but I'm working on what it all means. It's funny sometimes how long it takes to understand some things. Then I found me a good book telling of a place surrounded by a high wall with a pearly white gate. I know the way I've been living won't get me in there, but if heaven's got a back door, I've still got a prayer. Yes, if heaven's got a back door, we've all got a prayer.
Let's mosey on down to Marcy Jo's Millhouse and see what they're cooking up today.
Y'all come on in. Sit wherever you want.
We've sure enjoyed having Marcy Jo's cooking segment as part of our show, and we usually feature one of our daily specials or desserts. But today, we're going to feature a side item that people go crazy over when they come here to eat.
People love our potato salad. It's crazy good. It is. We have people come in just for our potato salad. I mean, they love it that much. You don't find it very much in restaurants.
Well, you don't find one that's unique or that doesn't have that kind of mustardy flavor that you get at most of the church get-togethers or something.
I know. So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your red potatoes and get a mandolin if you have one and slice them really super thin and then boil them for about 15 minutes. And then you're gonna put them in a strainer, and that's real important straining because you wanna make sure you get all the water completely out of them, because if you don't, they get real mushy.
They do.
They really do, and you don't want them mushy.
Well, from there, you want me to take it over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't want to talk too much.
Oh, no.
Pick your spot.
No, that's okay.
So next, we're going to go ahead. We're going to add the, you can usually either add all these ingredients into one single bowl, mix it together, and then add into your potatoes, or you can just dump it all in. We prefer just to dump it all in.
Yeah.
You're going to use about a cup of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, whichever you care to use. What makes these great is like any baked potato, you load it up with some sour cream, about a half a cup of sour cream, some bacon, but real bacon.
Yeah.
Don't be getting that bacon stuff.
Right.
about a half a cup of bacon.
That makes a big difference if you use real
Huge
bacon.
difference. We're gonna use a tablespoon of parsley flakes. If you have the real stuff, like, you know, fresh stuff, that's even more better. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a fourth of a cup of chives. I love chives.
Okay.
2 teaspoons of
you
garlic
do.
salt. Marcy goes crazy when I start just putting salt everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And then you're gonna use 3 tablespoons of sugar. The
Or
sugar
a
gives
half a
it
cup.
just a little bit of sweetness, but not too much.
This is such a pretty potato salad, too. It's really colorful, and it's just great with everything.
Well, when I have leftover potatoes from my garden, and if I get a whole bunch or something,
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and make a big batch of this. I love it. Marcy, do you have a garden?
I don't. I'm hoping to have a garden when you buy me my Walton's house.
Your Walton's house. Oh my goodness. You really would have a garden though?
I would. I really would.
What would you plant in your garden?
Probably some potatoes and onions and carrots and, just things that you use, to cook
Corn.
dinners and
You
stuff.
love
Yeah,
corn.
corn.
And okra.
I love your corn. You're really stingy with your corn.
No, I'm not.
Whatever.
Well, we're mixing this really nice and pretty. You can kind of see the texture
That's
of it.
beautiful.
It's really, really nice. And we have a really special person here today who's gonna taste our
Yes.
potato salad. Laura Ring is newly married to Johnny Ring.
Yes.
And Johnny grew up in our community, was born and raised here. So we're so proud to have her here in the family of Marcy Jo's. Laura, come on up here. How are
Laura.
you?
How are you?
So good to see you. Come on in here. Great to
I got a
see
little
you.
bowl ready for her.
So I understand you're having a little shop that you're opening though.
We're doing a Christmas market this weekend. It's gonna be called Sugar Plum Lane. Everything's gonna be locally made.
Oh,
or
that's great.
Paintings by local artists.
I love homemade stuff.
I do
So we're gonna have some quilts
Great.
and all sorts of great things.
Good.
Good. Well, it's nice to have another option here in Pottsville to go shopping outside of all the antiques and kind of junk that Marcy puts on these
What are you
walls
talking
sometimes,
about?
so.
This is beautiful stuff.
It is beautiful stuff. It's just, I'm glad to have a new shop here.
It'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Well, go ahead and taste this and
Okay.
see what you think.
All right.
See if you like that.
That is great.
Isn't
you
that
like that?
good?
Very good.
Well, good. Well, it's always great to see you. Thanks again for
too.
being
Yeah,
part of the
thanks,
show
Lori. It was
today.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Can't wait to come check out your
Yeah,
shop.
me too.
Well, there you go, folks. That's our potato salad here at Marcy Jo's, where we're changing lives.
One bite at a time.
You ever notice when you blow in your dog's face, he gets all mad? But when you put him in the car, first thing he does is stick his head out the window. Starting to wonder about my breath, actually. I think I better think about it.
You go from rags to riches, farm to fame, from digging ditches to the whole world knows your name. You'll stand in the spotlight till the light goes dim, and it's rags to riches, to rags
This past December, we were invited to bring our Christmas show to the Starlight Theater in Branson, Missouri. We'd played there one time before with our friend Nadine from Larry's Country Diner, and we're looking forward to coming back. Since this was a quick trip, we left our tour bus parked and we pulled a trailer full of our gear instead. And it's always exciting to leave out on a new journey, so we said goodbye to Pottsville and made the long drive to the beautiful Ozark Mountains. Once there, we settled into a great little cabin and made ourselves at home. And though at times we're far away from the farmhouse, we try to make life as normal as possible. And most mornings for Joey, that includes doing yoga with Heidi and going on walks together. Branson is located in one of the prettiest areas around, and though it was almost Christmas, the weather was beautiful, so we tried to be outside as much as we could.
The Starlight Theater is one of the nicest theaters in town, and it was a thrill to see our names on the marquee. The sound there is wonderful, and each show we played was a little different. On a couple of them, my dad, who came to spend the weekend with us, even got up and played guitar for me.
Good man, isn't he? Hi, Daddy.
Back through the years, I go wandering once again. Back to the seasons of my youth.
It was so much fun, and it gave Rory a chance to play upright bass for a song or two.
The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. The cattle are lowing.
After each show was over, we signed autographs and took pictures and met lots of nice folks who came from near and far to hear us sing some Christmas songs.
No crying.
Another one of our favorite parts of this trip was going to Silver Dollar City and seeing all the lights and decorations they put up for Christmas. It's a unique amusement park, and we loved watching the blacksmiths, woodworkers, glass blowers, and other craftsmen at work. Joey loves riding roller coasters, so she talked her dad into going on one of the biggest rides in the park with her.
They're gonna go ride on a ride, and I'm gonna wait over here. But in case my father-in-law doesn't make it, I've asked if I could have his old truck, and he said, right, Dad? He said I could have his old truck, but I'm hoping he makes it, sort of.
Joey brought along a camera, and they took off just as the sun was setting. You couldn't see much, but you could sure hear it all.
I will never do this again. Oh my God, don't tell me there's more. There can't be more.
My eyes are kind of watery, but it was so much fun. Dad cried like a baby.
It was nothing. It really wasn't.
I'm ready to move on. They got to have something bigger than that.
That's it. Dad!
Like Christmas, our time there seemed over before it got started. But we'll be back again later this spring to sing more songs, meet more folks, and make more memories.
The first thing I'm gonna do when they make me president, before I balance the budget and get this country out of debt, I'm gonna open up my sleepy eyes and say good morning, dear, to you. The day they make me president, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. The first thing I'm gonna do when I win the Nobel Prize for ending all world hunger and saving 1 million lives, I'm gonna pour us up some coffee, sit at the table next to you. The day I win the Nobel Prize, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. There's a lot of things in this life that I still wanna do, but if I don't, this heart of mine won't break. When the sweetest dream you ever had has already come true, everything else is just icing on the cake. The first thing I'm gonna do when we're in the Hall of Fame, and right there beside Johnny and June on a stone they carve our name, I'm gonna get down on my knees and thank the Lord He gave me you. The day they put us in the Hall of Fame, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. There's a lot of things in this life that I still wanna do, but if I don't, this heart of mine won't break. When the sweetest dream you ever had has already come true, everything else is just icing on the cake.
Everything else is just icing on the cake.
Well, I sure enjoyed making these TV shows.
I have too. It's been a dream come true.
Opening the windows and letting in air, holding hands when we're saying a prayer. That's important to me. That's important to me.
Don't forget about what's most important to you.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Rory. Tune in again next week. Same place, same time.
Closed captioning for The Joey and Rory Show, generously provided by Quilter's Warehouse. Milk House Media. It's The Joey and Rory Show, now available on DVD, in color. 13 episodes of real country music.
And one blew his and hers.
You'll enjoy down-home cooking straight from Marcy Jo's kitchen.
Yeah, stuff it just like that, which is beautiful.
It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Special guest artist.
I realize what life is all about.
Tell my mind I have to let you.
Glimpses into their daily lives.
From right here, I get to see my bride's garden right in front of us.
And more. Call now, and you'll also receive the never-before-seen on TV Farm to Fame pilot episode.
I know my Rory. He's probably hard at work. At playing.
It's all about the form.
For $59.95 plus shipping and handling, you'll receive all 3 discs of The Joey and Rory Show, Season 1, with bonus material. Call 1-855-325-5269 to order now.